Have you ever felt scared about going to prison and found yourself with bad inmates or a horrible prison? Here are the top 10 most dangerous prisons in the world. 10. Rikers Island, USA. Located in New York City, Rikers Island is one of the most infamous prisons in the United States. It houses approximately 10,000 inmates, many of whom are awaiting trial. The facility is notorious for its high levels of violence, both among inmates and between inmates and staff. Reports of excessive use of force, inmate-on-inmate violence, and poor living conditions have plagued Rikers Island for years. 9. Black Dolphin Prison, Russia. Black Dolphin Prison is located near the Kazakhstan border. It is one of Russia's oldest and most secure prisons, housing the country's most dangerous criminals, including serial killers and terrorists. Inmates at Black Dolphin are kept under strict surveillance and are often subjected to harsh treatment. The conditions are extremely severe, with prisoners spending 23 hours a day in tiny cells and being blindfolded and handcuffed whenever they are moved. But before we continue, 8. Kamiti, Maximum Security Prison, Kenya. Kamiti. Maximum Security Prison in Nairobi is known for its overcrowded conditions, brutal treatment of inmates, and high rates of disease. The prison houses some of Kenya's most dangerous criminals, including those convicted of terrorism and violent crimes. Reports of torture, poor sanitation, and inadequate medical care are common. 7. Diyarbakir Prison, Turkey. Diyarbakir Prison is notorious for its history of severe human rights abuses, particularly during the 1980s. Political prisoners, including Kurdish activists, were subjected to extreme torture, overcrowding, and inhumane treatment. Although conditions have reportedly improved in recent years, the prison's legacy of brutality remains a dark chapter in Turkey's history. 6. La Sabaneta Prison, Venezuela. La Sabaneta Prison, located in Maracaibo, Venezuela, is one of the most violent and overcrowded prisons in Latin America. The facility is notorious for its lack of control, with gangs often running the prison. Inmates are frequently armed, leading to regular outbreaks of violence. Corruption among the guards exacerbates the situation, allowing contraband and weapons to flow freely. 5. Paytak Island Prison, Russia. Paytak Island Prison, also known as the Alcatraz of Russia, is located on a remote island in Lake Novaozero. The prison houses some of the country's most violent criminals and is known for its isolation and harsh conditions. Inmates are kept in small, solitary cells for 22.5 hours a day, with limited human contact. The cold, bleak environment and strict regimen make it one of the most punishing prisons in the world. 4. Gitarama Central Prison, Rwanda. Gitarama Central Prison is one of the most overcrowded prisons in the world. Originally built to house 400 inmates, it now holds over 6,000. The severe overcrowding has led to horrific conditions, with inmates often forced to stand for long periods due to lack of space. Disease, malnutrition, and violence are rampant. The prison gained international attention for its dire conditions. 3. ADX Florence, USA. The United States Penitentiary Administrative Maximum Facility, ADX in Florence, Colorado, is the most secure federal prison in the U.S., known as the Alcatraz of the Rockies. ADX houses the most dangerous criminals, including terrorists, spies, and violent offenders. Inmates are kept in near-total isolation for 23 hours a day in small, soundproof cells. 2. Carandiru Penitentiary, Brazil. Before its closure in 2002, Carandiru Penitentiary in São Paulo, Brazil, was one of the most notorious prisons in the world. It was infamous for its violent riots, poor conditions, and human rights abuses. The 1992 massacre, in which 111 inmates were killed by military police during a riot, remains one of the deadliest prison incidents in history. 1. Guldani Prison, Georgia. Guldani Prison in Tbilisi, Georgia, tops the list as the most dangerous prison in the world. It gained international infamy in 2012 when videos surfaced showing severe abuse and torture of inmates by prison staff. The shocking footage led to widespread protests and a major scandal in Georgia. Despite efforts to reform the prison system, Guldani remains a symbol of extreme human rights violations and the urgent need for justice and accountability. Please don't forget to comment and tell us your opinion on the video.